That less than smooth introduction is meant to illustrate some runs that are done in kind of a twin fashion. And if you know how to do it once, you can do it twice. And in order to do that, let's just look a bit at the scale that's behind it and how we're moving from second to fifth to the octave. You'll remember that the strings are tuned mostly in fourths, so that this is an E and this is an A. If we raise the E up by one full step and then go across, we get the B. Alright? So this is the first note of the Do Re Mi in E, and this is the fifth note, but across from it is the second. Now across from the fifth on the next string is the eighth, or the first note repeated. So you have first, second, and next to it on the next string, fifth, and then the octave. Let's do that again. First, second, and then across from it, the next string, the fifth, and then the octave. So in order to play this run, we first of all establish the root note. This is going to be our E, which we'll just play open. Then we go to the second with the first finger, and then by letting the second and third fingers just roll on down, we get to the third note of the scale. And we just repeat that on the next string. That'll take us from the fifth note to the sixth note. And then we move over one more string and play the root again. So if you listen to it slowly, that's the whole run, really. And we can do it a little faster. Now the twin part comes in, because if you can play it here, you can start again on this note. It's almost a twin, because you start with your root, and the next one is the second, and over, and then over, play the same three again. So you've done root, second to the third, and then to the fourth, to fifth, and to the sixth. Now, because the next string is in thirds rather than in fourths, you don't go directly over. You have to raise it one half note higher instead of playing here. So watch the two of them together. Here's, and the same thing except for that raised third. Actually, when you've done the first run and it's almost twin, you can do it again. Up from the root. This time it is a fourth, so, and now you have to just work your way up the final string. So you can see it's a very simple pattern. Now with small adjustments, every time you reach this note that has to be done one half note higher in order to keep the pattern the same as always moving in fourths, you can start almost anywhere. On an A, here's your A string, and that means you're starting now on the fifth string, and then I'm moving on the third string, and this time you'll have to make that adjustment on the B. Here's the B. second fret on the 5th string is where you start as your do now, your first note, and move it up to the 2nd, and then you make that adjustment. So you can start anywhere on C, on G. So it's a very free-for-all kind of a run. You can just use that same pattern, 2 to 4, 2 to 4, and then over again to get the octave. So if we mix it up a little bit. Now to the B. Of course, when you are finished going up, you can go down to